It is a Class 2 event. Top of the book is Sight Success. He's having his first start since New Year's Day when second in the Bohinia Sprint Trophy at Shard 10. Duke White comes to Happy Valley for the second time in his career. Voyage Warrior wears blinkers again. Explosive Witness gets a shadow roll and a crossover noseband on. Highly Proactive, second up. He has placed 2 from 3 second up. Keep You Warm, both of his wins have been over 1,000 metres. Loving a Boom is up in grade after his last start win. And Majestic Star Tom comes to the Class 2 for the first time on the back of that victory over everyone's victory on the all-weather last time. Now, the speed map, it's anticipated to be good, which will need it to be for horses like Carroll Street, who get back and charge home.
Yeah, and We the South, well, he wasn't actually the quickest out last to start over 1,000 metres. He was just a little bit slow and actually couldn't lead. Harmony and Bless, now he is a horse that does like to go forward, and Ruin Meyer might have to stoke him up, Paul, to get handy in those early stages. But what about Wagner Borges on Sight Success from 12? Because he's another horse that is normally pretty handy.
Yeah, look, it looks tough for him, doesn't he? He'll want it, Harmony and Bless, to cross We the South, or We the South to miss the start, and that way he'll be able to get in, I think. Majestic Star's got a nice draw. Voyage Warrior won't be far away. Keep You Warm likewise. Explosive Witness, we know he goes to the back.
We're going to start, though, with Voyage Warrior, who's lightly raced but done a good job in a short career at Happy Valley, and his jockey is Zach Purton.
Zach, Voyage Warrior is your mount in the last race at Happy Valley on Wednesday night. Good run from this horse who's never done too much racing around the valley. So in 2 runs to date, he's been pretty good around there.
Yeah, he's always just been out of form for a little bit of time, and I suppose it was a good opportunity to try him at the Valley, and he's handled the course well. Obviously, any horse that's got speed and can put themselves right up there generally give themselves a chance around there. He had a really nice run in the race last time, and when he came out, I thought he had the race won, but he seemed to get his head on the side and didn't really attack the line like I feel like he probably could have. So the blinkers go on this time, and we step up in distance as well. But there's a lot of pressure in this race, even though he's drawn nice enough. There's a few horses inside me that can show some speed, and there's just some speed outside. So we'll just have to work that out as we go. Just try and get him into the right spot and see if he can deliver, but it's a strong race.
I wanted to ask you about the blinkers. How much of rider input went into the blinkers going back on, Zach?
I just felt like he shirked the task a little bit last start. He didn't quite deliver in the manner that I thought he was going to. And like I said, he got his head on the side and wanted to shift out a little bit late in the race. And he just didn't seem as if he was concentrating as well as he probably can. And as I hold a horse, sometimes tinkering with the gear can just get that little bit extra out of them. He's raced with blinkers on previously, so we know he can adapt well enough with them, and just trying to find that extra little bit.
So there is Zach, who rides Voyage Warrior. And speaking of Zach, Tom, we've got the graphic on screen now of the premiership. He's certainly closed that gap on Joe Moreira.
He certainly has. It's down to now only just a few between them. 74 place, 71. Of course, Joe's still got a couple of meetings to sit out there. Karis Teton closing it on them as well. And tomorrow night, Paul, he's got, as you'd expect, a very strong book of rides, kicking off with the Champion Pal over 2,200 metres. But horses like Lightning Storm, Mega Bonus, Scotch Tycoon have all been in good form, and then rounding it out with a strong 2 Class 2 rides.
Yeah, look, he's got a really good book, a very strong book of rides here. I think it'd be pretty prohibitive in the Jockey Challenge.
We move on now to some of the others in the race. We've seen that replay around Voyage Warrior. Off to the all-weather we go here, Paul, and this was Duke Wire's first look at the surface. He's been back to the trials since, and he's only lightly raced at Happy Valley too. Just
a 1 start at Happy Valley, so coming back to the Valley. Look, he's not in the same sort of form that he was Duke-wise. They're trying something different with him. He's drawn awkwardly as well, barrier number 10. So, look, I'm just happy to watch him, but we know he's a class horse. He just seems to be out of form a little bit at the moment.
He has trialled since this effort, and he was held together in that barrier trial. I don't think they'd be too immune to putting him back on the dirt again in the future the way he ran there, but I've left him out here from an awkward draw.
That was Manstar too in the yellow cap out wide. He has done his best racing on the dirt at this stage. Now, Loving a Boom, Tom finally broke through. It had been a long time between wins for him. He comes back up in grade, and Majestic Star is a last start winner, so he's won since this replay.
He certainly has, and it was a good win from him, and he's up in grade here as Majestic Star. But Loving a Boom this night got everything to suit. He was able to zip up the inside there after having a good enough run midfield. Blake Shin rode him. It's Matthew Poon this time around. So he should get similar sort of run, Paul, if he can stay down on the fence there from barrier 2. Yeah,
just whether he can put two together. Majestic Star, quite liked his run in that.
Sight Success, Paul, has had 2 trials since we last saw him on New Year's Day. Now, that's Skyfield behind him with the white blaze, but what did you make of this trial of Sight Success?
Yeah, nice, easy trial for him, wasn't it? He trialled really well. It's just the draw, barrier 12, where he's going to be in the run. If he drew anywhere inside that, he'd be one of the favourites, if not the favourite for the race. So, look, I've still got to include him because I think he's a classy horse.
He's won 3 this season. One of them, course and distance, comes out of the Bohemia Sprint Trophy there, and he wasn't asked for too much over the latter stages there of that trial. Just a good bit of maintenance work for him.
And unfortunately, Tom, Harmony and Blessed, who'd been in great form, had a bleed after his last start, so he's had some time off. He's on the comeback trail. This is his trial on the all-weather around WizKid, but first up over 1,200 metres.
Yeah, so it's going to be a tough ask here from barrier 11 as well. Ruin Meyer might put up a couple of pounds over. His win came on the Longines Cup night where he was able to see it out by a nose over Harmony Fire. Barrier trial, I just wonder if he was a bit keen in the early stages, but he did seem to win well enough, Paul, here, and he's 2 from 2 fresh.
Yeah, that's the time to get these horses fresh, isn't it? Look, I think this is a tough race he's come across. He is one of the chances, but look, I haven't included him in the end.
So he's not in, Paul, but who is?
Going to go with Voyage Warrior. Just blinkers back on him. He seems to be going pretty well here at Happy Valley. I just think he'll be in the right place. So he's on top to beat the 11 Majestic Star. Comes in with a light weight and a strong win, I thought, on the all-weather last time. Sight Success will need some luck. And Carroll Street, he gets back. He'll need luck as well. 3, 11, 1 and 7.
Look, it is a tough race to round out the program. A lot of chances in it. I'm going to settle with Carroll Street, though. He found a little bit of trouble. That was probably more of his own doing on the rail there at Happy Valley at the day meeting last time out. Off the back straight, just got crowded up against the rail. He didn't seem to enjoy that, but when he finished off in the straight, he did it really well, I thought, to Carroll Street. Sight Success. Draw makes it tricky, but he is in good form. Voyage Warrior, he's enjoying his racing at Happy Valley. And Majestic Star was a strong winner on the all-weather, I thought, last start. So 7, 1, 3 and 11.